The Global Troop Resource, trying to put 1,000 skills into every troop's backpack.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Global Troop Resource. Tonight we have with us Heather Gracer LePierre, and she is a full-time realtor and she homeschools her 3 kids. And she runs a charity called Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia, which we are going to be talking about tonight. And Heather has a passion for helping others, and she started Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia 4.5 years ago as a way of giving back to the community. And over those years, she's packed and delivered over 2 million meals. So, for you Scout leaders and Scout parents that are out there, we're talking with Heather tonight because your Scouts all need service hours. And this would be a great opportunity for them to acquire those service hours while doing a real help to the community. And Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia is a great place, and it's fun and easy to make those service hours with this charity. And we're going to talk all about that right after this.
Hi, I'm Coach Scott. Welcome to the Global Troop Resource. We are members of Troop 512 based out of Springfield, Pennsylvania, Delaware County. Our mission is to become a go-to resource for cool tips and tricks and practical field-tested knowledge for parents and adult leaders worldwide. To this end, we host a website at www.globaltroopresource.com that contains videos, tips and tricks, documents, and more, plus a remarkable collection of Merit Badge PowerPoint shows. The PowerPoint decks are great, not only for teaching the Merit Badges, but also for recruiting parents to become Merit Badge counselors for your troop. All the advertising for the Global Troop Resource is by word of mouth. So if you enjoy the show, please post a comment on your favorite social media and tell your friends and colleagues at meetings and the local roundtable. In closing, since this is being broadcast in Philadelphia, I'd like to make a special shout out to Troop 98, Troop 147, Troop 252, and Troop 1719. Keep up the good work and look for free resources at globaltroopresource.com. I'd also like to give a shout out to the organization PhillyCam. It's through them that we get to reach out to Philadelphia on the public access channels. If any Scout is interested in TV or video production or the movie making Merit Badge, contact me or look them up directly. They are an amazing group of people ready to help. Truly, together we achieve more. Now, as we return to the show, allow me to plant this phrase into the deep recesses of your mind. The Global Troop Resource, trying to put 1,000 skills into every troop's backpack.
And we're back, and again we are with Heather Gracer LePierre with Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia. So welcome, Heather.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. We also have our co-hosts here who are bunched together as Randy Hardy and Steve Perrone. Say hi.
Good evening. Hello.
Great. So tell me, Heather, a little bit about the charity and what you do, and tell us a little bit about some of the other packs and troops that are working with you.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me tonight. So we've had numerous Scout troops come in and pack meals with us. We started Kids Against Hunger 4.5 years ago just as a way of giving back to our local communities. Typically what happens is a organization or somebody will contact us, want to host a packing event. We come out the day of the event and bring all the packing equipment, all the food, and run the events with them. And most of the times what happens is somebody raises money for that food, and then they decide where they want that food to go to.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Yes. So this program that we run this year is different. This program we've partnered with Phil Abundance for their backpack program. So the food has already been paid for. So people come in, we pack 210,000 meals every single month.
210,000 every month.
Every month.
Wow.
8,750 backpacks.
Okay, show us what a backpack looks like.
These are your backpacks. So each month we assemble, we have 4 different meals in here. So we have
hold that up just a little bit higher.
We have a Latin rice. We have a cinnamon oatmeal. And then back here we have pasta with tomato basil and a macaroni and cheese. And then each time that we hold events, people come in and they actually make each individual bag of food.
Okay.
So it's all done in an assembly line. So they come in and they scoop the food, dump it all in funnels, it goes down the assembly line, it gets weighed, and then it gets sealed, and then it gets boxed up. And then towards the end of the month, we assemble all the backpacks once the food is packed.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yes, it's quite a production.
Now, you said that some organizations pay for the food and then they determine where it goes. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
So last weekend we were in Skaneateles, New York. We were working with a church, Grace Chapel. They packed 75,000 meals to send to Haiti. So that we drove out there, we brought all the food with us.
Okay.
Just shy of 10,000 pounds of food.
Wow.
Packed it all up, boxed it all up, and then we brought that back with us, and that will get shipped to Haiti. We have a couple off-site events that we will do in the next couple months, and we'll fill a full shipping container that will go to Haiti.
Okay.
I
So
can't imagine what 10,000 pounds of food looks like. How do you how big is your vehicle that you need to transport 10,000 pounds of food?
Let me tell
Steve, I'm pretty sure it looks just like your dinner plate.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a Ford F-150 at least,
Close,
don't you?
close.
Yeah.
We rent the 26-foot Penske trucks.
Wow.
I have personally driven. It is not fun. I have personally driven those 26-foot
No
Penske
kidding.
trucks. Mm-hmm.
So the church then
The
does
church
what? They
raises the
send
money.
you the money and then you buy the food
Yes.
because you know what you need?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the church sends us the money 30 days in advance. We have all the food ordered. Most of the times we'll have the food shipped to the events as well. So on that event, the food actually was shipped there. We drove it all back with us because
Okay.
it was being shipped from
Okay.
Pennsylvania here.
And you bring up all your equipment for heat
And
sealing
we bring all the
everything
equipment
like
with us,
that?
all the packing equipment, all the lines.
Wow.
So the majority of our events over the past few years have all been off-site traveling events.
Okay.
New York, New Jersey, Boston, Delaware, and Pennsylvania.
No kidding. Because I
Mhm.
thought you're based in Broomall.
Yes.
So I thought everything happened in Broomall.
No. Mm-mm. All of our backpack program happens in Broomall.
Okay.
And then if somebody local wants to host an event at church or something, they don't have the space, they'll come to us.
Okay.
In 2 weeks, we're going out to Kennan Square to another church out there that they're packing.
Now they need space then, right?
They need
so how
space.
big a room and how many tables and what sort of things should?
Depends on how many people you have. So, one table, which is 2 6 to 8 foot rectangular tables,
Right.
can hold 10 people. And one table of 10 people, depending on age and capacity and, how well they're packing, can typically pack 2 to 2,200 meals per hour.
Okay.
2,000 to 2,200 meals per hour.
So then imagine for just a moment that I was a church
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted you to come in and do something for a relief effort.
Yes.
About how much money would I have to collect to make it worthwhile for you to come out?
Okay.
How much room should I have and how much advance notice do I need?
So we need at least 45 days advance notice to make sure the food can ship in time. It's 25 cents a meal, so they raise the money for the food. We do a minimum of 10,000 meals, so it's $2,500 for us to come out and do a packing event with you.
Okay.
And then you decide where you want that food to go.
So one of those backpacks is 25 cents?
Per meal.
Per meal, each bag feeds 6 people.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
$1.50 per bag. Per bag. So this backpack is $6.
$6. Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Heather, how many people are ideal to work with when they come in to do the packing?
Our space holds 50 people comfortably.
Okay.
Typically, when we did this event in Skaneateles, New York, they had 400 people. So we packed 75,000 meals in 3 hours.
It's no longer called Skinny Atlas, is it?
Go on.
Is there any minimum age for the people that want to come in and pack? Do you have a...
No, we have any age can come in and pack. That's the beauty of this. So when we started this, we were looking for something that children and families could do together. We always say in our place, you come as strangers, leave as friends, because we group everybody together. And we have younger kids. They'll sometimes come in and they'll make up the packets and fill them as well. And then if they get tired, we've got crayons and boxes, and they color and decorate all the boxes for us. So you know your kid best.
Yeah.
Well, I will say we now require 1 adult per 4 kids. So we've had a lot of people come in and drop off, and so One adult per 4 kids.
We
I
do 4
prefer
adults for you.
I prefer a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, if we're shipping our food internationally, the weights are really important.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if your weights are off,
Yeah.
and it gets to, let's say we ship to Haiti, if the weights are off when it gets to the border there, the government takes it and doesn't let it go through unless it's paid for. And so that's really, you got to have adult
Yeah.
supervision over.
So how do
the
you
weight of it.
assure you get distribution? I hear all kinds of horror stories
Mhm.
about planes landing and they leave their cargo on the runway and it stays on the runway.
We have a great partnership with the Orphan Grain Train, and so they have all their different places that they'll ship to, and they know who in the ports to ship it to and how to get it to there. So we give it to the Orphan Grain Train, and then they ship it out. So we have shipped to Greece, Haiti, Nepal, Nicaragua,
Randy's
the
house.
Philippines, disaster relief. We just did, as an organization, so Kids Against Hunger is a national organization. We have 32 satellites. We just sent over 1 million meals to the Bahamas.
Wow.
We've sent to Puerto Rico, so wherever there's a national disaster too. As the satellites, we all pull together and help out as well.
That's awesome.
I just want to interject something serious here. Scott,
This is not going to be serious. All right.
leave the comedy to the professionals, okay?
Steve, then, you want to be So, as a scout leader,
Mhm.
if I wanted to do something for you,
Right.
how could I bring my kids in to get service hours and things like that?
So bring them in. So we have a website, packthebackpacks.com. So somebody's always in there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, morning and night, and Saturday and Sunday, both days packing meals.
How much advance notice do you need? What kind of sign up do you need?
We don't need any advance notice. You just go on the calendar and make sure if there's an opening.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you can sign up. You can bring as many
Wow.
people. We allow 50 people per slot. So you just go in and fill up your slots. And I say if you're coming in as a group, especially for the scouts, it's important that maybe one person goes in and fills up the whole sign up. So we had somebody that was coming as a group and the sign up got filled. And so some people from their group didn't get to make it. And so it's easier if you have one person sign up and you just mark the number of people coming.
How about when is a good time to do this? Weekends, evenings, what works best for you?
Any times that are on our website. So we
Okay,
should
so we go to the
we should say
website.
like this is a school long project. So this project runs through May. And so if somebody's looking for something to do over the summer, they have to fundraise for that food because this school program runs September through May.
Okay. So, talking about summer,
hmm
is that a slow period or a busy period for you?
We travel a lot over the summer for events.
Okay.
We'd love to be able to fundraise again so that we could provide meals over the summer. You think about what other kids do over the summer
Right.
when they don't have food. I know Phil Abundance fills those voids a lot as well.
Okay.
We've provided food to a lot of the different food banks, but we'd love to be able to fundraise to have a program for the summer as well.
When the groups come in to do the packing, is it appropriate to bring a donation, money at the same time?
Yes, that's always helpful. Everybody always asks us if we would like money or food. So our food is all specific. We get all that shipped in from Omaha. And so as far as donation wise, it would be most helpful to have monetary donations.
Okay. And we were talking about the scouting for food and Super Bowl of carrying and things of that nature. That's completely separate from what you do, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so they're collecting food, but that's sort of random food stores that they put together into boxes or
Right.
ship down to Phil Abundance.
Ours are all prepackaged meals that we're actually making and putting together.
Okay, awesome. And how much effort does it take? Is it all boiled stuff?
Boiled.
Okay.
All boiled. So we have the rice is boiled, and then we have an oatmeal, which is apple cinnamon oatmeal, boiled as well, and then a pasta, macaroni and cheese.
So is this a full day's worth of food for a family of six, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
One meal for 6 people.
Okay,
So
so I could
serving
take
is 6
oatmeal
servings.
and my family would eat for the morning.
Yes.
And then I would have
Macaroni and cheese.
macaroni and cheese for lunch,
Mhm.
and then for dinner,
You can have the pasta with basil, or you can have the Latin rice.
awesome. And the family of 6 for a full day.
Yes.
So for $6, that's $1 per person.
Yes.
You're feeding people for a day.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
That's absolutely awesome. Now, it stays the same thing all the time. Now, in the schools, you said you delivered it on Fridays.
Yes.
So this would be basically, if you had a family of 3, it could feed you through the weekend.
Yes.
Does it, I hate to phrase it this way, so we may cut it out, but does it get boring for people to eat the same thing time after time?
I would hope not.
Okay.
One of our meals switches, so we switch between a macaroni and cheese and a cheesy rice.
Okay.
So that meal switches every other month. So when the kids tasted the food, they couldn't decide which one they liked better.
Okay.
They liked them both, so we just switch that every other month.
Right. Well, I guess if Tuesday's meatloaf day every month or every week, then it's the same kind of thing.
Right. And you also think, like, maybe this isn't just feeding them just for the weekend. Some people might use this as, we're going to eat a meal during the week for dinner. So we're going to have the oatmeal over the weekend, we're going to have one of these meals for dinner, and then during the week we're going to spread it out as well.
Okay, that spreads it out.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to put the website up right here on screen, and I encourage all of you who are Scout leaders and Scout parents to go out to that website and see how you can help out Kids Against Hunger. And we're going to be talking with Heather and our co-host in just another minute, right after this.
Hi, I'm Coach Scott, and if you've been a loyal viewer of the Global Troop Resource for the past few years, you've probably guessed that we broadcast from a home-based studio. That said, we're preparing for a future where we'd like to take our show on the road. Our plan is to start by visiting other troops on the East Coast and broadcast in person from Scout camps and Scout reservations. If you'd like to be on our show or to see our plans, visit globaltroopresource.com. That's globaltroopresource.com. Now, back to the show.
Okay, we are back, and if you just joined us, we are talking with Heather Gracer LaPierre of Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia. And Heather, tell me, where does all the food go?
So our food goes to, it all stays local. When we're packing our backpacks, all of our backpack food stays local. It goes to schools in Philadelphia County, Montgomery County, and Delaware County. So every Friday, the kids get one of these backpacks and 1 pound of fresh produce in their school bag. And that goes home every Friday for the duration of the school year.
Awesome. And how does that work? Do they get it at the lunchroom? Do they get it?
So they get it at the end of the day.
Okay.
The nice thing about this program, it's kind of nice and kind of sad, is that the schools that participate, the entire school participates in the program.
Okay.
So there's no judging or questioning why somebody got food and somebody didn't get food.
Okay.
Everybody in the school gets one of these. So if you have 3 kids, you're getting 3 of these bags. 1 out of every 6 kids in the United States doesn't know where their next meal is coming from.
Wow.
And so it's crazy. These kids look forward to these on Fridays. So I have a client that has come in and packed meals with us, and she works in one of the schools that receives this. And she said when Friday comes around, they see those Kids Against Hunger boxes come in. She said it's like Christmas morning in there because
That's
a lot of
fantastic.
these kids don't eat over the weekends. They depend on this food.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And if your school has, do you have big schools as well, like 300 students, or?
Yes, so they have big schools, and I have people contact me constantly to be part of the program. So it's expensive. You gotta think each backpack is $6. And so we're always looking for anybody that can help with fundraising, grant writing, anything to add the schools. We have one school in particular, with the amount of students that they have, it's $125,000 for the school year to add them.
Wow. So if you are a Scout parent or a Scout leader with grant writing skills, this would be a great charity to help out. So we encourage you to volunteer for that. How then do you sign up if you need food? Is it only on a group level? Is it?
So we've delivered to local food banks as well. So how we started was, my goal was, I'm a full-time realtor. My husband's been a stay-at-home dad for 15 years. And so hence we homeschool our kids between the 2 of us. I was looking for a way to give back to the local community. So every time we sell a home, we donate a percentage of our commissions to Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia. And we hold packing events where we invite clients, friends, community, anybody can come. And so for the past 4.5 years, our real estate team, which is myself, my mom and dad, we've donated close to 500,000 meals to Phil Abundance. And so this backpack program came into place. We were looking for a backpack program that we could start ourselves, and Phil Abundance had one in place. And so we partnered with them for their backpack program. So they actually had kids come in over the summer and test and taste the food and see if they liked it and would want it in their backpacks. And
Okay.
so they picked out the meals
That's
that would
awesome.
go in their backpacks.
That's awesome. Now that's the Phil Abundance that's down near the stadium?
Yes.
Right,
Mhm.
because I've donated down there and volunteered down there as well.
Yes, great organization.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Now they have all of these industrial, I don't know what you call them, tracks with
Yes,
the wheels on them. What are they
Mhm.
called?
like conveyor belts.
Conveyor belts,
Mhm.
yes. And they move boxes like
Yes.
that. Do you have something?
We do not.
No.
We have boxes.
Moving the boxes. Okay.
Heather,
Awesome.
how many years have you been doing this? Was it 3 or 4 years?
Kids Against Hunger, 4.5 years.
4.5 years?
Mhm.
And have you been growing?
We have been.
And
We've grown each year. So it started out as just, people contacting us doing small events, 10,000 meal events, and then it kind of grew and grew and grew, which is great. So we've packed about a little over 2 million meals year to date in our 4.5 years. So, and this month we do 210,000 every month, but then we also go off site. And so it could be significantly more than that each month.
And have you been in Broomall the whole time?
Yeah, so it started out in the basement of our house. My husband loved that. It started out, we do events that we travel for, and we usually had the food shipped to those events. One of the events, the food got lost in shipment, and so I vowed to never have that happen again, and so it used to be shipped to our house. And curbside delivery is really curbside delivery, so the pallets of food get delivered, and they're 50-pound bags. So the pallets of food get delivered to your house, and you unload them piece by piece into your basement and family room, and then
Wow.
take them out. So we've been in this location in Broomall since September, but before that we had other space in Broomall.
So I've seen other programs where they donate to families or tribes in Africa, and they donate
Yes.
50-pound, 100-pound bags of rice, and the people that receive them just seem to know what to do with them.
Yes.
And I've always said that if we donated 100-pound bags of rice to citizens here in the U.S., they wouldn't know what to do with them.
Right.
So tell me a little bit more about your backpacks and what's in there and how people know what to do with them.
Everybody knows how to cook rice. And so Kids Against Hunger was started by a gentleman named Richard Proudfit. So back in 1974, Hurricane Fifi hit Honduras, took out 90% of their banana crops and killed a lot of people. And so he was an engineer in Missouri. He was asked to go over and help rebuild their infrastructure over there. And so he wasn't prepared for what he was going to see over there. Kids coming up asking him for his watch if he had food that their brother and sister were dying. And so he came back to the United States and worked with food scientists to develop the formula and the meals that we pack today. So our meal is highly nutritious. If a child eats nothing but one of our rice meals, one meal a day for 3 months, it would reverse the effects of malnutrition, starvation in children and
Wow.
adults.
Is it vitamin fortified? Is that
It
right?
is. It is. It's high in protein, vitamin fortified. We have a protein powder that goes in the meals. So if you have an infant, you can take that protein powder, mix it with water, make a formula out of it. And so he chose this meal also because everybody everywhere knows how to cook rice. You just boil it with water.
Mm-hmm. Except Randy, even though he's a chef. You know what Randy's chef name is?
My last name is Hardy. Can you guess?
Chef Hardy.
Close. I have a middle name in
Okay.
She's not
Chef
gonna-
Boy Hardy.
See?
I'm not sure if that's
What-
true
what
or
it
not,
means-
is it? I don't know, but I like it.
What it means is all of his jokes are canned.
Oh.
No, we even have a
That's
chef.
harsh.
We have a Chef Boy Hardy cooking show. Right?
Nice.
Show them the scouts how to cut a chicken breast into fillets, like
Right.
smaller fillets, and then freeze it for meals so that
Nice.
they don't have to cut the chicken. It's not cross-contaminated in the field.
I like
That
it.
would be interesting. Now maybe our troop could purchase some of these,
Mhm.
and we could have the scouts go out on a camping trip and make these meals so that they knew what they were making for these
We could
poor
donate
families.
some of those to you guys, and you guys could do that.
Oh, we
Mhm.
would
I think
purchase
we'd
them.
want to
We'd wanna
donate the
purchase
money
them, yeah.
to your organization, so
Okay.
that
Well,
would be great.
thank you.
That'd be terrific. But it could be something.
As an Eagle project, you got me thinking there. So we have funnels that you dump the food into the funnels. The legs on the funnels always fall off. So as an Eagle project, they could maybe help us create
Engineer
engineer something for
okay.
those funnels.
See, it was a good idea,
It
Scott.
was a good idea.
I think once we got in there one time and could see the operation and the funnels and everything,
Yes.
that would
Yeah.
give some of the boys
Right.
the idea that they
Mhm.
needed to work
Right.
on a project.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, well, we're about to wrap up the show, and we will do that right after this.
Hi, I'm Coach Scott from the Global Troop Resource. I'd like to share with you some information about a nonprofit called the Education Alliance for Amateur Radio. These are the guys that I called to help my troop complete the Radio Merit Badge, and they are awesome. If you have any interest in running the Radio Merit Badge for your troop and are on the East Coast, preferably the Mid-Atlantic region, they are an excellent resource. They also happen to teach the electronics and electricity merit badges, but the Radio Merit Badge is their specialty. Their goal is to promote science, technology, engineering, and math education within organizations like the Scouts, plus communities like first responders and others who use or advance the use of amateur radio. Calling your attention to this nonprofit is just another way that Global Troop Resource is trying to put 1,000 skills into every troop's backpack. You can learn more at www.radiostemalliance.org. Now, back to the show.
Okay, we're back, and we're about to wrap up with Heather Gracer LaPierre. And Heather, to wrap up the show, I'd like to know just a little bit about some of the statistics about hunger.
Okay. So, as I mentioned before, 1 in 6 kids in the United States does not know where their next meal is coming from. Every 6 seconds, a child dies of causes related to starvation and malnutrition. So 16,000 kids die every single day because they don't have enough to eat. And so when we started this, it was in my mind, which I dream big, I was going to solve world hunger by selling real estate, which obviously can't happen. And so hence we have all these packing events. But for us, I mean, personally, my heart and soul is into this organization. We run this, my husband and I run this strictly as all volunteers. All volunteers that come in to come and pack. It's amazing that we never have issues getting volunteers. We love when the Scouts come. We love when, the kids and families come in to pack. Because when you hear those statistics of 16,000 kids die every day, it's not
Is that
internationally.
worldwide, or is
Yeah,
it
so
in
it's like it's
America?
all over.
All over.
And so you think like it's kids in our own backyard. Kids that are struggling. 1 in 6 kids in the United States doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. That's like our neighbors. That's anybody. And so for us, I wanted to do something to try to solve that. And so the fact that all these meals stay local is huge, in my opinion. So we pack, of our 2 million meals that we've packed, I would say 75% of our meals have stayed local in the United States.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again for coming. This was fantastic.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Well, those are all troubling statistics, but we are very fortunate to have charities such as Kids Against Hunger Philadelphia in existence. So I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, and we will see you all next month. Take care.
The Global Troop Resource, trying to put 1,000 skills into every troop's backpack.